Where you are now is not where you're going to be in the future. I can almost promise you that. Let me explain. If you remain where you are, if you remain same education level, same business level, if you don't do anything new, I can almost promise, I can almost guarantee you that you're going to be behind. Why? Because life is changing. The world is changing. We have tech changes. We have industry changes. So if you don't make any progress, if you don't develop at all, then 5, 10, 20 years down the road, you're going to be farther behind than you are today. That's why it's so important that you continue to develop. Well, what if you remain Or correction, what if you even get better than you are now? Well, if you get better by, developing new tools, developing new skill sets, well, chances are 5, 10, 20 years down the road, you might not necessarily be behind, but you will probably be right where you are. Well, how could that be, you ask? Well, as I said before, things are changing. For example, financially, there's inflation every year. In this past year, we've dealt with 6, 7% inflation. So even if you had an increase in income, you got better as it came to making money. Well, inflation just ate up the extra money that you made. So even getting better can keep you right where you are. So the question is, what's the solution? How do I get ahead? How do I become better? How do I become my best self? Well, I'm glad you asked. Let me explain. Well, the Bible says a people without vision, they perish. Well, that's the first thing we need to do. If we're going to get better, become better, we have to create vision. Decide what it is that you want in life. And, I tell people, don't be afraid of the big, hairy goal. Go for it. Something bigger than you ever imagined before. Go for it. So having vision, being able to see that which you want, whether we're talking about finances, whether we're talking about a career or relationships, you must have vision first before you're going to ever get there. We put our GPS coordinates in the GPS system because we have a vision of getting to California or New York, but you have to have vision. You have to know where it is you want to go. So vision is number 1. 2, you must have a plan. A plan as to how you're going to get there. It doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to know everything, but if you plan on you have your bachelor's degree now, but you want a doctorate degree and you want to work in the field of psychology. Well, the plan might be, getting enough money, setting yourself in a situation where you can afford to go to school. The next step in that plan might be finding the school that fits or works for you. The third step in that plan might be actually attending that school so that you can move towards your PhD. But you have to have a plan. If it's retirement, what's the plan? Are you investing in a 401k? Are you investing in a business? Are you investing in commodities that's going to grow to the level that you're going to need to retire? What's that retirement dollar? That's the vision for it. But you have to have a plan to get there. And finally, you have to be able to execute. Execute. What does that mean? That means get busy. Start doing what it takes. If it's that dream of that PhD, then you need to start doing something today, studying, prepping to attend that graduate program or that PhD program, taking steps in that direction. If you're trying to accumulate, as I was trying to accumulate a net worth number, what are you doing to create that? Are you saving? Are you investing? Are you, putting money into a business? Are you building businesses so that you can reach that net worth? My thing was I wanted to, by the time I was 50 years old, I wanted to have a net worth of $5 million. That was my goal. What did I do? I bought businesses, I bought real estate, I invested in the market, I invested in, commodities, gold and silver, things that was going to grow in value so that I could reach that $5 million mark by the time that I was 50. Well, now I am over 50 and I've changed that goal. I've increased it. I'm looking for a 20 million plus net worth by the time I'm 65. That's my goal. And what am I going to do? I am going to actually stay on the plan. That's business, real estate, stocks, and commodities. Those are the things that creates or are part of that plan for me to get where I want to go. So what is your vision? What's the plan, and are you executing? All right, that's what I want you to do. Get that together and get moving. If you like what we're talking about here today, please like, subscribe, and share. Be blessed.